Now we come to my number one spot, and this is one I've gone back and forth with a few times between Burgum and this person, but I made the decision, I'm sticking with my gut, and I think Senator Tim Scott from South Carolina is my choice to be President Trump's VP. And my reasoning for this is Scott, senator from South Carolina, has also been a rising star in the Republican Party for a while. In my view, he checks all the boxes as a very good vice president. I have no doubt in my mind that I think if he had to become president, I think he would do a great job. He's spoken with President Trump at multiple of his rallies after suspending his campaign and endorsing Trump. I think while he hasn't had as much time, he's proven his loyalty to President Trump. He can help President Trump with expanding the black vote, as Trump has been very vocal in wanting to do, and the Republican Party has struggled with for a long time. Scott kind of takes a lot of the different positive aspects of many of the previous choices I've mentioned and kind of just bundle them all into one. And I think that's something that could definitely help him and make him a very formidable and solid vice presidential choice. And something I haven't mentioned yet, one of the candidates I could absolutely see, if he wins, running for president in 2028 to succeed President Trump. I'm not sure if Ben Carson or Doug Burgum would run for VP in 2028, and even if they did, I'm not even sure they would win the primary, to be honest. Tim Scott is someone I think could bring the success of the Trump administration if they were to win and run in 2028. However, I do have a few cons for Tim Scott. I was having trouble finding some, but I did come up with a few. He does have a past where he was supported from Mitch McConnell and Nikki Haley, two people in the Republican Party that President Trump has minced words with at times, and so that could be a potential problem, but I haven't heard too much about that coming from Trump or the Trump campaign, but it could be something to keep an eye on if he is not chosen. Another thing is that Trump had him at a lot of his rallies, but he's not been super vocal about him per se when mentioning the VP. He'll ask at rallies who should my VP is, but he hasn't mentioned Scott's name specifically. But I think that could also be a smokescreen by President Trump because only Trump knows who his VP is going to be. He's not announcing it early or anything. So that could mean something. It could mean nothing. Only time will tell on that. But I do think at number one, Tim Scott is my pick to be Trump's VP. And I also came up with a little quick graphic of what I think a hypothetical Trump-Scott campaign banner could look like. Trump-Scott, Make America Great Again 2024. I don't know, I look at it and I can kind of see it being reality. So, Tim Scott is who I have chosen to be President Trump's VP. Who do you have for President Trump's VP, or do you have a different thought? Do you think it's one of the other people I mentioned on this list? Do you think it's someone I have not mentioned on this list? There's certainly a lot of Republicans in high office in this country that could be Trump's VP that maybe he hasn't even mentioned. Maybe it'll be a surprise pick. Feel free to leave a comment below and tell me what you think. If you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate if you'd give it a like and consider hitting the subscribe button to stay up to date on all the future videos I'll be posting in the coming days and weeks. So thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in a future video.